Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the channel. This is Red Prep and we're building up to the Champions League fixture against FC Copenhagen. Manchester United started at the bottom of the group, having lost both their matches against Bayern Munich as well as a home fixture against Galatasaray. FC Copenhagen secured a draw after having a 2-0 lead against Galatasaray away in Turkey, and they lost a close fixture 2-1 to Bayern Munich at home. Both the teams would be looking to secure 4 to 6 points over the next 2 weeks, playing each other twice. And for Manchester United, in order to maintain their campaign in Europe, or especially in the Champions League, they have to secure 3 points in this match and another 3 points away in Denmark. FC Copenhagen are especially and notoriously bad against English clubs, especially playing in England, having lost 4 out of their 7 matches and not even score a single goal in any of those 7 matches. Against Manchester United, they have one victory, which was at home, but at Old Trafford, they've lost 3 and drawn 1 match out of 4. United would also want to avoid making a bad historical precedent. They've lost their last 3 Champions League matches and they've never lost 4 consecutive matches in the Champions League in their entire history. Rasmus Højlund would also want to make another mark as far as United history is concerned. If he scores in this match, he'd be the first Manchester United player since 1965 to score in his first 3 European fixtures. In terms of recent form, United come at the back of 2 consecutive victories. 2-1 victories, hard fought. Copenhagen drew at the weekend, but they're still comfortably at top of the domestic league in Superliga with 26 points. In terms of the gameplay, Copenhagen usually play with long balls. They're good at keeping the ball, but they prefer going long and utilizing the pace of their forwards. They're compact in the midfield. In terms of Champions League, they already scored 3 goals but conceded 4. They were 2-0 up away at Galatasaray and then conceded 2 late goals, but still secured a point, which was a hostile environment. Against Bayern Munich, they also lost the match late in the second half. So they are defensively very compact. In terms of their play, they usually go with the long balls that we've already discussed. But they are also conceding a lot of goals in the domestic league. So it is something you can exploit if they can find spaces between their midfield and defense. They are not very adept at keeping the ball, averaging around 40% possession. So United will have most of the ball, and the owners would be on the home team to provide attacking impetus, and Copenhagen would be looking to pick United off on counter attacks. So United have to be wary of that threat, and the owners will be entirely on the home team. And if they are not able to get an early goal, the Old Trafford crowd might get on their backs, and it could turn hostile quite quickly. And if somehow Copenhagen score early, then it could be a disastrous night for Erik ten Hag and Manchester United. So let's get to the tactical board and try to break down the gameplay analysis for both the teams. Looking at Manchester United, if Regulon comes back and he's fit enough to start, then he'd go straight into the left back position. Dalot will be in his usual right back, and Varane and Maguire can start. Maguire has played well in the last 2 matches, and if Varane is not fit, Lindelof can easily replace him. Amrabat will start in his deep lying playmaker position because Casemiro suspended, and Mount might start because he didn't play on the weekend. We don't know what was the actual reason behind it. But if he is good enough to start, then he would come straight back into the team, and Fernandes would play in his usual number 10 position. Anthony and Rashford flanking Højlund on either side. It's basically the same formation, and with Reguilon good at bombing forward, we might see Dalot coming in and becoming becoming the outside vertex for this triangle, or even he can push on and have interplay with Anthony, and we might see Onana being more prominent in build-up, which we haven't seen in the last few matches. So that might happen. As far as FC Copenhagen concerned, they play a tight 4-3-3 formation, with three strikers or a single striker with two forwards in El Yunusi, who has played with Southampton, I believe, against Manchester United. He's a combative forward, and he's actually scored in this in the Champions League this season. So he could be danger. Larson is full of pace, and sure he has also been quite good in both the league and the Champions League. Falk is the bulwark behind the defense. He is the center of all their play. Gonzalez is dynamic, and he's played well against Bayern Munich as well as the first match against Galatasaray. Raga could play, or even they can bring in Clayson if they want more creativity. Yeller got a red card in the first Champions League fixture against Galatasaray, but he might come in straight away. Uh, Wavro and Diggs are their regular partnership in defense, and Mailing is also good in terms of covering both his wide player and the centre back. Grabara is the step-in goalkeeper with a long-term injury to their number one choice, but he's done well enough recently, so he would definitely start in this match. Keeping all the technical nows and talk aside, simply put, this match is a must-win for Manchester United, and anything less than 3 points could spell doom for Erik ten Hag. The double header against Copenhagen over the next fortnight has to result in 2 victories. Otherwise, United can say goodbyes to the biggest stage in Europe, or even the Europa League if we are not able to win either of the two matches. With a seemingly disappointing news upcoming as far as takeover or slash 25% investment is concerned, United will be looking at the end of a barrel of a gun if this result doesn't go their way. Inshallah, Erik ten Hag and his players can pull up their socks and commit to the cause and somehow bring 3 points in this match, and then be able to face a daunting task against Manchester City and Newcastle over the next week. Inshallah, with a victory secured in this match, we'll bring you all the analysis and breakdown in our Red Dissection episode. So until then, take care, do good, pray for Palestine. Assalamu alaikum.